Wait, set. Alabama. 380.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Brown with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton, and Eifert has it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
Check 4, check 4.
Well, a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
3rd and 4.
Hands up. Regular.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Hey, exit.
52's the mark, boys. 52. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Bullock's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Cover!
Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, how many times have we seen that? 3rd down and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. There's no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was the Super Bowl MVP last season. On play action, now Brady. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Preston Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Patriots send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Andy Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Lawrence Guy coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton here from the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Edelman was the intended target.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
52's the mic. Wild Bill.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, Michel, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. It's complete. James White. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. With James White, you know that he can catch the football. He was 3rd in the NFL amongst running backs last year with 87 catches. And as we've seen, sometimes they come in bunches. Super Bowl 51, he had 14 grabs, including the winning score. Last year in the divisional round versus the Chargers, 15 receptions for White. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Wait, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Brady to throw. Complete to Watson, the tight end. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
That throw by Brady, incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Alabama. 450.
To throw again. Brady. It's caught. This is White. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Goes underneath here to White. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Brady going to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
So Dalton now. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Dalton now to pass. He's got his man, Boyd. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hands up. Lead.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 1st down, Nixon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. To throw on 2nd and 6, Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him.
We got this.
Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And Dalton to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check it, reload.
The final shot before half for Brady. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hands up, ladies.
Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Deuce.
Hands up.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throw from Dalton, taken in by Eifert. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it?
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second down at the 48-yard line.
Hot. Get it, keys.
Again, it's Mixon. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Check 53, Mike. Switch up.
From midfield here, Dalton. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Brady gives to Michelle. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, Delta.
From the 40 now on second down. Brady caught by the tight end Watson. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. To throw, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll bring up a second down. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it third down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth.
58, watch the run. They're running it.
And the blitz does come. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
To throw here, Dalton. And a catch good. It's Eifert. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Eifert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Hey, Zoo.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down at the 2. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Brady. This will be caught by Brown. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. Brady now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? They'll roll him out right. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that? Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Carl Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Again, it's Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Devin McCourty brings him down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sean Williams. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Oh, passing it. Dalton to the left side here for Eifert. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Hands up.
52 right here. 52. Watch the slant.
Hands up.
1st and 10 for Dalton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Regular. Hands up.
To throw again. Dalton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll drop to 10-4.